Same thing. In fact, if you think about it, why was Clinton impeached? Well, he lied to the grand jury. He absolutely did, and there's no denying that. He even admitted it, and he backed off. But you got to remember, he did lie to the grand jury, but what was his crime? Basically, Clinton got a blowjob from a fat girl and lied about it so mommy wouldn't find out. That's what the whole thing was all about. Now, the whole Paula Jones thing, that was certainly more relevant, his abuse as governor, but that was as governor, not as president. And while Clinton never did admit guilt to the Paula Jones thing, he wrote her a check for $850,000. Now, you don't think, this was before the whole Me Too era, okay? So if he wrote her a check for $850,000, do you think he was innocent? No, I think not. I think not at all. And by the way, the whole whistleblower thing, and I'll get into the whistleblower comment further on in the podcast. The next thing we talk about will be the whistleblower and me naming the whistleblower in the Trump trial and getting banned from Facebook. That's another story for the next essay. But the whistleblower was Linda Tripp. Okay, the whistleblower in the Trump trial is Eric Ciaramella. I'm saying his name, but nobody else is. Oh, we can't be naming whistleblowers. Oh, absolutely not. These people need to be confidential. We need to have their names protected, blah, blah. Linda Tripp was the whistleblower in the Trump trial, or in the Clinton trial. Her name's out there. Never was hushed up. Never. Everyone knows who Linda Tripp is, okay? She was the whistleblower in the Clinton trial. Was never, ever hushed up. The Clinton impeachment trial. Let me give you some votes. And by the way, for those of you who say that, well, this thing is totally partisan. No Republican is going to vote against the president because he's a Republican. And no Democrat is going to vote for the president because they're Democrats. Actually, Tulsi Gabbard did vote not to impeach. So she was the one Democrat that voted against impeachment. But here's the deal. And we don't know how the Senate is going to vote because they haven't voted yet. They probably will not vote until Monday. However, in the two articles of impeachment against Bill Clinton, Article 1 was perjury to the grand jury. Guilty. 0 Democrats voted guilty. 45 Republicans voted guilty. Not guilty. 45 Democrats, 10 Republicans. So no Democrats voted guilty. They all voted innocent, every last one. In the second article of impeachment, the obstruction of justice, guilty, no Democrats, 50 GOP. Not guilty, all 45 Democrats and 5 GOP. Okay? Very, very partisan. No Republicans will vote to impeach Donald Trump. Just like no Democrats voted to impeach Bill Clinton. None. It was the Clinton impeachment trial was a very partisan political ploy. Probably, hindsight being 2020, should have never been done, but it was. And there are those that say that the Trump impeachment trial is because it's because the Clinton trial went on. So is that true or not? I don't know. But by this time Tuesday, this is all going to be over. Now, Schiff is already floating new charges of impeachment against Trump. I have to ask a question. Why don't they just get to work and do their job? Can you imagine if this were a place of business and you had people jockeying for a position to get to win the favor of the boss? In this case, the boss is the American people in the voting process. And all they did was throw dirt at one another so the boss would think that they're better than this one. They'd all be fired. Let's wrap this whole thing up, okay? And then we'll get on with the rest of the podcast. The 3 undeniable truths that had me banned from Facebook, or at least had a Facebook posting taken off. Okay, let's wrap this up, the whole Trump impeachment deal. The Democrats believe that Trump is an unconventional blowhard. And they're not wrong, okay? They're not. He kind of is, but they also believe that he's stupid. He's racist. He's insane. He's fat. He's a bully. Every adjective that you can think of, they attach to Trump. And let's say they're right. Just for the sake of argument, let's say they're right. Let's say Trump really is stupid. Let's say he really is a racist. Let's say he really is insane. He is fat. But let's say he's also a bully. Let's say they're right. 100% right. Let's say it's all true. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Because actually, I don't deny that a whole lot of it is kind of true. But if it's all true, shouldn't it be very easy to beat this guy in 2020? It should be a cakewalk. It should be easy. It should be a done deal. It should be a slam dunk. Personally, I do hope the Democrats put out a candidate that's better than Donald Trump. I hope they do. And I'll tell you why. Oh, by the way, I will vote for him or her if they do that. Here's why I hope they do that. Because it would be better for the country if we have a president that's better than Donald Trump. That, too, is an undeniable truth, whether you're a Trump supporter or not. If you're a Trump supporter, but you see a candidate out there who you believe in your heart will be better, do a better job as president of Donald Trump, it's your obligation to vote for them. If you're not voting for them because they've got a D behind their name, you're misguided, okay? If they put out a candidate that's better than Donald Trump, I'll vote for him. And I think that they'll win the election too, okay? Again, it's going to be better for the country. It's going to be a whole lot better for the country. So all you got to do in 2020, which, by the way, the election starts in a couple of weeks. The primaries do in Iowa, okay? So you're not that far off, all right? If you're running against a guy who's a stupid, insane, racist, fat bully, just put a better candidate out there and beat him and take it over. But if they don't, if they can't, what does that say for the Democrats? Think about it. If they don't have a person who is superior to a stupid, fat, insane, racist bully, what does that say about you? It says the same thing about the Republicans back in 2016. They didn't have anybody better than Trump. Jeb Bush cried when Trump called him a name. Okay? And he was the anointed one. Trump called him a name and he cried. You can't have that guy as president. Nobody thought you should have that guy as a president. If you're called a name and you cry, come on. He's done. That's all they have to do. Like anything else in life, my friends, the solution is simple, but the implementation is not necessarily easy. Let me get into the crux of my essay today. The 3 undeniable truths. I posted a post on Facebook yesterday morning, okay? I got up super early to go to the gym, came back from the gym, posted, and I was thinking while I was working out about 3 undeniable truths. And they're all, or at least most of them, were rather topical for the day. And this was not meant to be philosophical. This was not meant to be an exercise for the mind. This was not meant to be something the philosophers will go through and analyze for the rest of our lives. This was meant to be a goof, a joke, something that people would read and chuckle. Okay? And here's what my post said. There are 3 undeniable truths in life. Number 1, you can say Super Bowl. You don't have to say the big game because a bunch of millionaires, billionaires say, nope, that's our name. It's copyrighted. You can't say it unless you pay us money. Bullshit. Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. I just said it 3 times. You can say that if you want. Nobody's going to do anything to you. So don't call it the big game. Call it the Super Bowl because that's what it is. Undeniable truth number 2. The whistleblower's name is Eric Ciaramella. For some unknown reason, nobody wants anybody to say that word. Oh, you can't say that word. He will fear for his family. Fear for his family? Are you serious? He's not going to fear for his family. I mean, think about it. Linda Tripp was the whistleblower against the Clintons. And she's still alive, okay? If she doesn't fear for her life, why would Eric Ciaramella? Eric Ciaramella was a Democratic plant, okay? Schiff, a buddy of Schiff, who was planted, not really planted, that's the wrong word. He was recruited, let's just say. He was recruited and had dirt on Trump, okay? Don't take my word for it. Go ahead and research this. Research it yourself. If you don't believe the Strongman, research it yourself. That's what I always invite everybody to do. Okay? Just take my word for it. The number 3 undeniable truth. UFOs are real. Okay? So you can say Super Bowl. Eric Ciaramella is the whistleblower, and UFOs are real. Those are the 3 undeniable truths, okay? And I had comments. I saw comments later in the day people had posted, and I didn't respond to them because, unlike some people, I don't live on Facebook. I'll look at it in the morning, occasionally at lunchtime, almost never, though. And then I'll look at it in the evening again. Sometimes I go a day or two without looking at it at all, just because I have other things going on. It's not that I don't care. It's just there's only 24 hours in a day, and I have to sleep at least 6 or 7 of them. But I did want to respond to some of those comments, so I went to the post this morning to respond, and the post is gone. Facebook took it down. Facebook censored the Strongman. I was mad. I am mad. I'm still mad. Now, I'm not butthurt, but I am mad, and there's a difference. I'm upset that somebody decided to take my opinion and say, you know what, we're not going to let you say this. And this is our sandbox, not yours, so I'm taking it down. But I'm not butthurt. I'm not crying because somebody hurt my feelings. They don't let me talk about this and that so we can talk about it on my dopey podcast. Wah! No, I'm not that. Okay? I'm mad, I'm upset, but I'm not butthurt. Facebook censored me. They didn't like the whole whistleblower comment. They didn't like the fact that I said Eric Ciaramella. Eric Ciaramella. I just said it again. Okay. They didn't like that. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was the NFL who said, that motherfucker said Super Bowl. Ban him. Or maybe it was the non-disclosure people who didn't want me saying that UFOs are real. Maybe that's it. I don't think so, but it could be. I suspect conventional wisdom says they didn't like the fact that I said Eric Ciaramella is the whistleblower. Now, some of you will be outraged or at least upset over my voice being stifled on Facebook, okay? Some of you may be. Some of you may be glad that they censored me. I had at least one Facebook post from one Facebook follower that said, yeah, you know what, you shouldn't have been doing that. Now this person's going to go ahead and fear for his life, blah, 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 blah. And that was his opinion. Not only did I welcome that opinion, but I was going to comment on that opinion so we could have a good conversation. This individual has disagreed with me in the past, and we've had good conversation. He's not a bomb thrower. He's a free thinker who I don't always agree with. In fact, I rarely agree with him. However, he's not a bomb thrower. He's not a name caller. He's just a guy who disagrees with me, and we have good conversation. So I was looking forward to having a conversation with him. Facebook stopped that, okay? They wouldn't let me have they wouldn't let us have a conversation. They wouldn't let us discuss it, okay? If you're glad that they took me off of Facebook, okay, that son of a bitch didn't need to be on there. He's throwing the whistleblower's name out there, and we can't have that. If you're really glad, consider this. Today, they told me you can't say this. That's today. Maybe tomorrow it's going to be you. You will say something that whoever in charge doesn't like, and you will be stifled. You will be censored. You will be taken off the post. Today it's me. Tomorrow it's going to be you. Because those in charge make the rules. And right now, Facebook in charge. Right now, Mark Zuckerberg is in charge. Right now, it goes the way he wants. Let's say he passes away, or he is, for some reason, is no longer in a position to hold